Welcome to Creative Solutions. Today I'm going to talk about Docker, what is Docker, how the Docker architecture works, and also I'll explain you the difference between a hypervisor and a virtualization. And also we'll be talking about various terminologies used in Docker such as Docker daemon, Docker client, Docker registry, Docker swarm, Docker compose, etc. And let's begin with what is Docker. And Docker was founded in year 2010 by Solomon Hykes and Sebastian Pal during the Y Combinator Summer 2010 startup incubator. Docker is nothing different. Docker enables you to separate your application from your infrastructure so you can deliver software quickly. Here from infrastructure, I mean your OS layer. See, containers are nothing. Docker uses containers. Containers are basically images which have all the pre-packaged dependency. Like if you're using a Node.js, all the dependencies mentioned in a package.json are already installed. I mean already in the image itself there. It only requires a runtime environment for the application to run. As you see in the image here on your this is a normal OS system which we follow now. This is what Docker system looks like. You do not require a second hypervisor upon which you need, and it uses the host kernel itself, OS kernel. It uses the host OS kernel itself. You need not install another OS. So there is a lot of time saved and storage saved. You can bring your application up and down at a rapid, tremendous speed. Now, what is difference between hypervisor and virtualization? So as you see, hypervisor, like in case of hypervisor, as I explained to you just now, that it uses a guest OS system, and in case of virtualization, everything it uses it shares the host kernel system. See, to put in simple term, virtualization is like a method in which logically, like your mainframe is divided into multiple application, multiple mainframes. Like if your single system, if you have an 8 GB RAM and 8 core system, and you allow Docker to use a 2 GB RAM 2 core, and these are the resource allocated to Docker, it will run on this. Now it acts as a separate mainframe. And see, in case of a hypervisor, it creates its own virtual environment in which it operates everything, and resources are allocated as necessary. But here in virtualization, you split one system into many different sections, which acts like a separate individual systems. You got my point. Now coming to various terminologies used in Docker. Let's begin with Docker daemon. See, Docker daemon is basically it is which manages Docker commands. Like it manages, it brings up your container, it stops your container, it manages the requests, and manages Docker objects such as images. See, Docker client is the way we interact with Docker daemon. Docker daemon can be set up at remote also. Docker client is via which we send our command. Like if you want to run a command, we say Docker run image whatever name on the port so Docker daemon gets those command and it executes those. Now coming to Docker registry. What is Docker registry? Docker registry in by default refers to Docker Hub. Docker Hub allows a user with unlimited public repositories where you can create your own application. You can push it to Docker Hub. There are also official images available such as from Node.js, Tomcat, MySQL, Postgres. Almost all the top applications are available, and they are verified images. So you can so you need not worry about that. See, Docker Compose is little different. In for a normal Docker, we use something called Docker file, in which we write from a base image, we pull our dependencies, we install, and we start the application. In Docker Compose, what we do is, like if you have to run for a multi-container application, like if you have multiple containers which depend on each other, and you want to run an application which has like suppose a database which needs to start before the application starts, like in such scenario we go for Docker Compose. It helps in easy facilitation. Now coming to Docker Swarm. Docker Swarm, like if you know Kubernetes, This is a much easier version of Kubernetes to put in simple terms. Docker Swarms is an orchestrator for Docker, and soon it's gonna be like it's gonna be pulled out. And usually, not many people use this as an orchestration tool. And one of the drawbacks of Docker is its monitoring. There is no proper monitoring available in Docker, unlike other like you expect, but it's not available. Now I'll take you to Docker Hub here. See, this is Docker Hub. You can log hub.docker, you can create your own ID, and you can push your image. Of course, your image will be referred to your username hyphen the whatever you name it. See, in case of MySQL now, if I go for MySQL, it has 10 million plus downloads and this many stars, etc. As you see here, yeah, it has commands how to run the MySQL server. You see, it's not MySQL. We have Nginx, we have Tomcat. I'll show you the Nginx also. As you see, it's an official image. It shows here Docker certified, and there are various images available like MySQL, Postgres, all sorts of images here. See, in Docker, in Nginx, it has various versions. A mainline Alpine version is the most strict version, and Perl, stable Perl. There are a lot of various versions. You can see how to run the command. And if you want to change some static directory, you can use this. You can change it to show some other output. In the next video, I'll be telling you how to install Docker and run run Nginx container and see it in your host system. I'll be teaching you how to install Docker in Linux, Windows 10 Home, and Windows 10 Professional and Enterprise are same. They go for Docker Desktop. In Mac also, it's the same thing only. Okay. Please look forward for the next video. Thank you.